everybody, another MultiVersus video for you guys today. We have some very strong evidence that Rick is most likely the next character that will be released for MultiVersus. And we'll talk about that in a bit, but first off, I just want to talk about some news that's happened for MultiVersus recently. So right now we have a new character rotation that started a couple days ago. The current free rotation of characters is Batman, Finn, Morty, and the Iron Giant. Also right now, this weekend, MultiVersus is celebrating Batman Day. The official MultiVersus Twitter account wrote this: "We're celebrating hashtag Batman Day with an exclusive in-game profile icon of the Cape Crusader. Play 3 matches as Batman this weekend, and the reward will be emailed to you with a redeemable code, hashtag MultiVersus. Rewards will be sent out starting next week." So just play 3 matches as Batman, and a code to redeem that cool Batman profile icon will get emailed to you at some point next week. Batman is part of the free character rotation right now, so even if you don't have him unlocked, you can still easily get this profile icon if you want to. Also worth noting is that Morty is on the free character rotation right now too, so if you're looking to earn gold, XP for your own level, or battle pass points, you can check out my gold farming video and find out how you can use Morty to earn a lot of gold fairly quickly. Okay, and then just a couple other things before I get into speculation talk. A hold to pause button has been added to the game, so no longer will anyone accidentally pause during a tournament match or something like that. The addition of a hold down the pause button thing was requested at EVO after some incidents, so glad to see that once again the dev team are listening to what fans want and adding something like that. Tony also wrote that they fixed an issue with the right stick on the controller inputs. It was causing characters to turn around during attacks, I believe, but that issue is now fixed. MultiVersus put out this little video of Harley Quinn and Gizmo, and speaking of Harley, someone showed Tony an infinite loop they got caught in by Harley, and Tony wrote, "We are working on an anti-infinite system that should be coming out soon." So once again, glad to hear the devs working so hard to polish this game and prevent stuff like that. And Tony was asked what was up with the item shop, server connections being fixed, and new maps being added, and Tony responded, "In progress." All 3 of those things seem like top priority to really get this game where it should be. Particularly the maps are weighing on me lately, as I'm getting a little bored of the same ones over and over again. Alright, now let's get into the leaks and speculation stuff. As always, quick disclaimer. These videos are made for fun and are just speculative. There is no proof of anything in my videos, and everything we talk about are just rumors. Rumors that people have found stuff in the data mined information, or rumors about leaked information. Don't believe everything you hear on the internet. This is all just rumor discussion. But if you want to avoid potential spoilers in case any of these rumors turn out to be true, spoiler warning now. Okay, so we are starting to get a lot of evidence that our next MultiVersus character to get released is most likely going to be Rick. Tony recently tweeted out a link to the full premiere episode of Rick and Morty Season 6 on YouTube. When someone begged Tony to release Rick, Tony responded, "We're working on it. Rick's going to be cool." Of course, Tony has also said Black Adam will be cool too, but Warner Bros. Themselves may have slipped up and actually leaked Rick is coming next. In a recent email sent out to MultiVersus players, if you scroll down the email and click the link, it brings you to a page full of different perks. If you scroll down that page, you'll get to the character-specific signature perks. Among these signature perks are Rick's signature perks, and yet Rick is not released yet. Now this page of perks isn't complete. It's actually missing some character signature perks we already have, like Morty and Gizmo. So maybe the email was composed a while back, but was never changed, and this signature perk list is just for an older build when Rick was supposed to release sooner, before Morty and Gizmo did. But we can't be sure. Either way, his signature perks have now officially leaked. And if I had to guess who's next, I'd say Rick is by far the most likely. And rumor is, data miners feel the same way. Supposedly Rick's profile icon was added to the game servers, and all of his skins, perks, and taunts. Plus, allegedly, his win stat tracker was added to the servers, along with his win badge. Though his mastery isn't added yet. But if all this stuff is true, and it is being added to the game servers, it certainly seems like they could be gearing up to release Rick next. While this doesn't coincide with the premiere of Rick and Morty Season 6, we are on the 3rd episode of the season this weekend, still releasing Rick during the run of Season 6 makes a lot of sense to cross-promote that. Which is something we know MultiVersus wants to be used for, cross-promotion. Also, supposedly, the SEAL Team Rick alt skin will cost 800 Gleamium. Moving on to talking about stuff with the shop, rumor is more info about the shop has been found by data miners. Supposedly, the shop will have its own promotional ticker. I assume that would be counting down the timing for things, and a few placeholder names are in here allegedly. Placeholder names include Arcade Enter Practice, Wonder Woman, Profile View, Battle Pass, Shop, and currency shop. Alright, and then also bundles will likely be used in the shop. I believe I mentioned a potential DC character skin bundle in a past video. There's also apparently a Batman and Shaggy bundle, but it might just be a temporary test bundle. It contains Batman the Animated Series skin and the Kung Fu Shaggy skin. Alright, so right now we have the Batman Day event happening this weekend, but future events seem like they'll be much more in-depth. Rumor is in the future there will be an event shop to purchase event-specific things. Also, even more exciting than hearing about an event shop, rumor is data miners may know what one of our future events is already. There may be an upcoming Halloween event. It will supposedly contain a bunch of new event-specific profile icons. Apparently, they are labeled as Halloween 2022 Scooptober, Halloween 2022 Boo, Halloween 2022 Pumpkin Patch, Halloween 2022 Black Lantern Superman, Halloween 2022 Black Lantern Wonder Woman. This Halloween event will have its own specific event currency for buying these things. The Pumpkin Patch icon, for example, supposedly will cost 10 of whatever the event currency is. So I just want to try and be clear, this Halloween event is different than the seasonal stuff. We have been told One Giant Summer comes to an end on September 26th, and Tony said that would be the last chance to get these skins and that ring out until next summer. So they will return, but this is our last chance until next summer. And potentially, One Giant Summer will be replaced with some autumn-themed equivalent after the 26th of September. But that is likely going to be different than the Halloween event, which seems to have its own event shop and event currency and stuff like that. I don't know that for sure, but it just seems like the seasonal stuff and the specific Halloween event are probably a different thing. There are new skins coming for certain characters that seem to tie into the theme of the Halloween event, but might exist outside of it, such as Black Lantern Superman and Black Lantern Wonder Woman skins. Supposedly each will cost 500 gold, not Halloween currency, but gold, and there's a new Velma skin coming that will cost 1,500 Gleamium, though we don't know for sure what that skin's going to look like. Maybe to fit in with the Halloween theme, it could be this one from Frankencreepy, but that's just a total guess. There's also supposedly an upcoming Harley Quinn skin titled Black and Red Batman Begins Costume Season 2 Legendary. Whether this is for Season 2 of MultiVersus, or if it's referring to her outfit from the Harley Quinn show, being like an outfit she wears in the second season or something like that, I have no idea. There's also allegedly 2 new Morty icons, one labeled simply as Morty, and another labeled as Infini Morty. Both supposedly cost 3,000 gold. No idea what those will actually look like what they're of, though, specifically. And Gizmo's Umbrella Taunt allegedly will cost 350 Gleamium whenever they add that one. But of course, prices that data miners supposedly are finding in the code could always change before the release of these things. They also changed the MMR a bit, that's matchmaking rating. You won't gain 1 MMR for winning against a lower MMR fighter anymore. The minimum for loss and gain in MMR has been changed to 4 MMR. Also, you will have to be at least level 5 in your overall level to create a guild, whenever they end up implementing guilds into the game. I don't recall if I mentioned this in a past video or not already, but I recently got this achievement in-game. There's a trophy called "And Your Little Dog Too," which of course is a famous line from the Wicked Witch of the West. So that's already in the game officially, still waiting on the witch herself to get announced, of course. Last MultiVersus speculation video, I was talking about some anime stuff, and I mentioned data miners supposedly found a string in the game's code that reads over 900,000. A clear reference to the Dragon Ball Z meme, over 9,000. We already have Ultra Instinct's Shaggy, which started off as a Dragon Ball Super meme, so I don't think this means Goku is headed to MultiVersus necessarily, but another over 9,000 reference has been found. Nostalgia level over 9,000. This was for some soundtrack from MultiVersus. Speaking of DBZ stuff, Tony was asked why this wasn't added as part of Tom and Jerry's moveset, and they're referring to a video clip of Tom filling up with electricity and shooting a giant Kamehameha-like blast attack. Tony wrote back, "How about as a signature perk?" I hadn't really considered characters could get more signature perks added, which could give them new unique attacks. But that actually opens the door for a ton of cool possibilities with MultiVersus in the future. Adding a really good signature perk could take a bottom tier character and make them top tier if the attack was good enough. So very cool, adding new ones is a possibility with this game. Last MultiVersus speculation video, I talked about this odd tweet from Tony where he says, "I guess we are making a Kancho attack. Interesting." Kancho is a Japanese schoolyard prank involving pointing out one's fingers like a gun and poking the victim's butt. I mentioned last time how I'm not even sure an attack that hits an opponent on a specific area of their body would even be possible to implement in a game like MultiVersus. Over on Twitter, Weird Al for MultiVersus wrote me this tweet, talking about how Arya has an attack that deals more damage from behind, like a stealth kill. Perhaps this Kancho attack could be similar, some kind of finger poke attack, but doing this move could do more damage mattering to where you hit the opponent, like if you hit them on their butt. Last video I mentioned how Kakashi from Naruto was the first character I thought of for someone who would have a Kancho attack, as he actually does this prank as an attack in the series. Tony recently tweeted, "Maybe my favorite fight scene in all of anime," in response to a video of the Rock Lee and Gaara fight from Naruto. So Tony is clearly a fan of the series. However, last time Tony talked about a specific attack for a fighter, it was for a bow and arrow user. My immediate thought would have been for characters like Legolas or Green Arrow, but it was actually for Gizmo. And if it wasn't for the rumored data mines, I doubt we'd have been guessing at Gizmo. So I feel Tony is being cryptic with these tweets about future character attacks. The obvious thought for a Kancho attack is someone like Kakashi, but maybe it's a more subtle finger poke attack or something like that. For an upcoming character we already are speculating about, someone like Beetlejuice, Rick, or Stripe. Remains to be seen, I guess. Also, last video I mentioned how Tony tweeted about some dream coming true for MultiVersus, but we don't know exactly what he was referring to. Potentially he meant the dream coming true was locking in a specific character happening for MultiVersus. Or maybe it was for something else, like the green light for CGI trailers happening down the road, or working with a specific voice actor. In the comment section of my video, Orioles Eyes 626 wrote, "For Tony's dream, I think it's story mode. That would be epic." I totally agree that would be epic. Whether that's what Tony was talking about here or not, with MultiVersus already having so many character interactions in the voice lines and stuff, a true story mode with all these characters would be incredible. Fingers crossed one day that actually happens. Okay, well that's everything I wanted to talk about in this video. My guess for the next character for MultiVersus is Rick, but who knows for sure. If you have any thoughts or comments about any of the stuff I talked about in this video, leave them below.
Remember to like the video, leave a comment in the section below, and subscribe to Papa Gino's
Twitter, Patreon, Discord, Twitch.